Yeah, I connected this time. All right, cool. What's going on, NXT Universe? I'm
Hello.
Tom Phillips.
I'm Finn Balor.
That was obvious, right? That you're Finn Bálor.
Well, I don't know because a lot of people have been saying that you look like me and that we could potentially be brothers. So
Is it the beard? Is it the beard?
maybe
No.
it's your muscles, man.
I have been not hitting the gym even a little bit. I want to thank you all for joining us here for this Facebook Live chat. So please start sending in your questions to the longest reigning NXT champion in history, Mr. Finn Balor.
Stop, you make me blush.
We are backstage here at NXT Tulsa, so we're excited for the action to get started here at the Cox Business Center. We're at the Cox Convention Center last night in Oklahoma City. So
yeah,
went from convention to business.
Yeah,
it's a little different.
Is that a step up or a step down?
I think it's a step up.
Yeah,
Tulsa's gonna be fun.
Well, we mean business. NXT means business, man.
That's true. So let's take a look. Let's see, Luca Pizzuti. Would you ever fight Brock Lesnar?
Absolutely. You know, I had the opportunity to meet Brock when I was in New Japan way back in maybe like 2004, 2005, and. You know, a lot's changed since then. You know, I feel a lot more confident in my abilities, and maybe I could take down the big man.
So you never like crossed paths with him or anything in New Japan?
He was just kind of on his way out as I was getting started, and we'd done a couple of shows together. But you know, we never really made friends, so kind of butted heads a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that with Brock. Let's take a look here. Michael Castillo wants to know, who's your dream opponent?
Dream opponent, John Cena.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I've wrestled a lot of people that like I've looked up to and wanted to wrestle for a long time, and John is one of the few left that I would love to get a chance to get in the ring with.
Because Kevin Owens made a name at John Cena's extent.
So he did.
That would be pretty cool if you did the same. I think a lot of people would probably think that. Let's take a look here. Is it just me or like my eyes terrible? I can't really read this very much.
Paula, I'm sorry, but I will not be able to marry you.
Let's see, where are we at? Eliza Murdoch, who would you tag team with? So who would you like to be a tag team partner with?
Well, recently I've been tag teaming with a good friend of mine, Shinsuke Nakamura. So, yeah. So, you know, maybe we could extend that into the future, who knows?
What would the name of the tag team be?
Finn Shin.
Shin and Finn?
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, because I've seen you a couple times now do this. The thing he does on the ropes, does that just like break your knees? Like when you like lean back for that, you know what I mean? Like
which thing?
You know, like he grabs the ropes and then he just leans all the way back. And,
yeah, man. Yeah. I've almost tore a groin a few times trying to do that.
We can't have that. We can't have that. Let's see, a couple more dream opponent questions here. Let's see, who's your favorite? Let's say Jeremy, I'm sorry I'm not pronouncing your name very well, but who your favorite superstar and divas on the WWE roster right now? So favorite superstar women?
Favorite superstar is Carl Anderson.
Could have seen that coming.
Yeah. Blatantly obvious. But yeah,
do you think
Anderson.
Gallows is going to be upset about that? Like...
Well, Gallows comes in at a close second, you know.
That's good.
And divas, I'd have to go with my fellow country lady, Becky Lynch.
She's very good. She's very good. Do you think Bayley would be upset about that, though?
Bayley, well, she's not main roster, right? So
no, that's true.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about main roster. If we're talking about NXT, definitely. If we're talking about NXT, my favorite diva would be Woman would be Eva.
Like if I was Bayley, I'd be really upset about that, to be honest. Let's see. There's people still in here giving me some flack about Salina. Believe it or not.
Is it Selena or Salina?
It's Salina. I'm never going to forget the town of Salina, Kansas. Let's see. Chris Goldsmith, what skills are you working on developing the most as you work towards potentially being on Raw or SmackDown?
Oh, hi. He
was just talking about you.
I was just talking about how you're my favorite
all Finn
NXT woman. And my favorite woman in all of the WWE universe.
It was all Finn.
Main roster?
Even of all
time
lady wrestlers
of all time.
Yeah, like
in
even
the
Hall
universe.
of Famers.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're my favorite.
What?
I feel
See ya.
I feel like you've really offended her at this point. Let's see. We did get in some trouble, Mike. You're right. Jay Wood, would you give Jay Wood a shout out? He says you rule, dude.
Jay Wood, You rule.
See how easy that is?
Yeah,
I love
easy.
Facebook Live.
Shady Finn, LOL. Love.
Will you face Bray Wyatt as the Demon? That's a fun question.
That's a good question because, if the stars were to align and Bray was to have the Wyatts in his corner and I was to have a certain club in my corner.
Can't imagine what you're talking about.
I mean, I'm just, hypothetically
Like
speaking,
some old friends.
just a couple of old mates,
Yeah.
lads I came up with in the business,
Right.
That could be a really interesting situation.
You wouldn't. I mean, the Demon's pretty powerful there against Bray Wyatt. Do you remember his entrance at Hell in a Cell? He had that Mad Max mask and everything like that. With the
Yeah,
he's pretty
but,
scary dude.
you remember my entrance at Takeover Dallas?
Oh yeah, when you were wielding a chainsaw and the place reeked of gasoline. Yeah, how could I forget? That was pretty impressive. Let me see. Finn, this one's from Sean.
Someone who isn't signed with WWE that you'd think should be. From Jimmy. That's a great question. I absolutely think that Zack Sabre Jr. should be signed with NXT, and I think he's got an incredible future, and I think very soon his light will shine on the wrestling universe.
If I'm not mistaken, did he qualify for the Cruiserweight
I
tournament?
think he will be in the Global Cruiserweight League, I believe it's called.
Is it the League?
League?
I don't know what the name is now.
Global.
I think the name
Cruiserweight-
changed, but it'll be the
Cruiserweight
Global
Championships, maybe. But
He's going to be on it.
He's going to be on it, and he's my shoe-in. He's my bet for to become the trophy winner.
And it's on the WWE Network, so check that out.
$9.99.
Oh, let's check it out. It's just shameless. Oh, here's a good question. What or who inspired you to become a demon or the demon?
Well, really, it's a long story, but I'm quite kind of introverted as a person, and sometimes I get very shy when I'm in front of a lot of people. The idea with the demon and the paint was to kind of create a mask for myself to go behind and kind of let myself flow a little bit more freely, and that's where the demon came from.
And we've seen a lot of the different, even before you came to the WWE, you did Darth Maul, because we saw May the 4th be with you recently.
Yes, absolutely.
You've done Joker.
Yep.
You've done Spawn. Or
Yeah.
no, what was the other one I was thinking of?
Yeah,
You've done a lot of them.
Spider-Man 2029.
So you're obviously a comic book guy. How much did that incorporate into the demon, creating the demon?
There was a lot of influences in the demon, but really, I'd like to not give away too many of my secrets because I don't want to give Bray Wyatt the edge when we have this.
That's fair.
Fantastic match.
That's a good point. Let's see what other questions we got here from the NXT universe. There's one in there. Would you come to Argentina?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If Triple H will send me to Argentina, I will go in a heartbeat.
I wonder if that's an open invitation, though. Like if the guy would put you up at his house or something like that, make you dinner, the whole 9 yards.
Just send the tickets to Stamford, Connecticut, WWE's head office, and I'll be on the next flight out, man.
Let's see. There's a lot of questions on here. Are you doing bunny?
Yeah.
Yeah, my hair is too tall and too awesome to do bunny hairs. Would you come to Iowa?
Iowa. I'm pretty sure I've been to Iowa before.
Have you been to Iowa?
Possibly.
What got you into wrestling from Shazad? What got you into wrestling?
When I was 4, my granddad would watch wrestling on an old black and white TV, and I was seeing Giant Haystacks and Big Daddy, who were 2 old English wrestlers, and I was just drawn in from them. I'd like the larger-than-life characters, and just the razzmatazz, so to speak, and I got sucked in, and wrestling got the hooks into me, and never let go since.
Razzmatazz. Hashtag razzmatazz. What we got here? Here's a good question from
Would
Pete.
I come to Toronto?
Toronto.
Believe it or not, I'm coming to Toronto soon to do a meet and greet at HMV.
Oh, you mean HMV?
HMV.
You say H? Yeah, that's the Irish.
Yeah,
in you.
Triple H.
Triple H. Let me see. When would you be able to think of the portage? There's a lot of location requests in here.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another one.
Shawn Michael Henson, come to the main roster soon, sir. Well, if that decision was mine, I would have went to the main roster a long time ago. But that decision is currently not in my hands.
But you're having so much fun here. And
as I was just about to say, Tom, I'm having a lot of fun in NXT. We're building what is one of the most exciting brands in sports entertainment, and I'm very happy to be here and be part of the team and be driving the success that is NXT's road trips.
Like, if I told you I didn't want you to go, would that change? Like,
Man, anything you tell me, I'm gonna disregard straight away.
all right. Let's see. We get a couple more in here. There's one about Belfast in there. There's a lot. Again, there's a lot of like
Belfast
cities
NXT
people
is
want you
coming to
come.
Belfast in June. I think it's June 12th, maybe, or 13th. But we're going to be in Belfast soon.
Huh.
Check out WWE NXT's webpage.
You're a natural at this.
Yeah.
Ian Ricard, Shinsuke or Aries as your dream match?
Shinsuke. Shinsuke. Yeah. You just we've had a lot of history together, and big admirer of the work that he's done since he's came to NXT, and I think that'll be a good match.
All right, so before we go here, and we want to thank all of you for joining us on Facebook Live.
Tom Phillips is the man, says Pablo.
That's right. Thank you, Pablo. You're the man. So before we go,
Who's your favorite Lego ever? My pirate ship.
Oh gosh, I was a big Star Wars fan, like Chewie. If you could make a little Chewbacca.
Yeah, but the Star Wars Lego sets are mainly grey pieces, which can get a little bit monotonous to build.
If you're colorblind,
yeah,
it's a real
especially,
issue.
Yeah.
All right, I want to thank you guys all for joining us on Facebook Live.
Do a fin freeze.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Jeez. All right, goodbye, everybody.